welcome to the observatory Pipehenge, and this is quite interesting to know that everywhere in the world there is a line from the North Pole to the South Pole actually through that place, and Pipehenge is set out on a line from the North Pole to the South Pole through the observatory. Now we've got a whole lot of labels here, and each pipe has got some labels on it. Does anybody have one for north? What comes after north?
South.
What comes after north?
East.
East? Okay.
South.
East? And south? And west?
We've got west.
Now, that means that Pipehenge is in actual fact like a compass, and the navigator's seat has got the compass on the top of it, and the navigator's seat sits right there in the middle of Pipehenge, and it goes round N, E, S and W. What's N, E, S and W stand for? What does it stand for?
North, east, south.
And what's the saying?
Never eat soggy windows.
And?
Never ever smash windows.
And?
Never eat soggy worms.
Oh, all sorts. So there's lots of things, and it goes around down this particular way. Now, this one has on the seat, it has 0 degrees, and then it goes round towards east. So who's got 0 degrees?
0 degrees.
0 degrees. And after that is 90 for east,
90 degrees.
and then 180 for south,
250.
yeah, and 270 for west. Thank you. And 360 for back to north again. Right. Now, remember I said it's lined on a line from the North Pole to the South Pole through the observatory, and this is the minute hand of Pipehenge as a clock. And we've timed from this morning, and there are two noons every day. There's noon by our watches through the whole of New Zealand, be it Invercargill or Whangarei or New Plymouth, but there's also noon for Auckland. And noon for Auckland by the sun today is 9 minutes past 1. So if you look here, you see the shadow just here is gradually coming into line, and that's caused by this pipe. This is the meridian pipe, so someone's got a label that says meridian. Thank you. And right now, if you're sitting on the seat here, can you come out here, dear, please? And sitting on the seat, which side of the meridian pipe can you see the sun? I don't know here. Oh, it's on this side. And what's it? The sun is yes? It's AM. AM. And what is in the afternoon? What's it called? Yes, dear? It's called PM, and this side is PM. Now, what's the M stand for? Yes?
Meridian.
It's meridian. And of course, it's meridian this side as well. And what's the A stand for? What is it, do you know? Ante or before. And what does the P stand for? Does anybody know? What is it? Post or past? Yeah, it's a funny word, isn't it? But it's post or past. Right, can you just come off the seat there just now? Because what's happening is, in just a couple of minutes' time, the shadow of the north pipe and the south pipe is going to be in a straight line, and going off to that place is the north pole of the earth, and going off to that place is the south pole of the earth. And Pipehenge, in actual fact, is the globe of the earth like this. And if I'm going to hold the globe just there, you can see the shadow on it here just now, but that point there is this point, and that's the point around which the earth actually turns, and that's called the ring. Someone got a label called the ring? Thank you.
Circle's the one that goes around.
And that's the point around which the earth actually turns. So, and then we've got a line here called, I've done it in red and the other one here in blue, and this is the one called the Tropic of Cancer. Someone got one labelled Tropic of Cancer? Great. And the date of when the sun is on the Tropic of Cancer, this is the shortest day in Auckland, and that's the length of daylight on the shortest day. It's called the winter solstice. So someone's got one that says winter solstice on it. And it's also, it's not a complete circle, it's an arc, and so we call it the winter arc. Great, thanks for that one. Now, what do you think 6 months afterwards, what's the weather like 6 months after the winter? What do you think it might be? What is it then? It's summer. So this is the summer arc. Someone's got that, the summer solstice, named after the sun as well. And this one is the Tropic of Capricorn. And it's what we call the summer arc. So who's got that one? Well, this is the summer solstice. Someone got that? Great. Thanks. So that's the length of summer, length of daylight in the middle of summer. And that's the length of daylight in the middle of winter time. And this one here is called the horizon. Someone's got that? Right. So it goes along between winter and summer on that side, and winter and summer on that side. Now, we're just getting onto our line again. You see, it's getting into a line. It's just about coming across, just about ready for sol and moon. So I'll be getting to that in just a moment. Now, this one here is called the circle. Is that a circle? Would you like to come and sit on the seat here? Would you like to come and sit here? Great. So, excuse me, I'll just shift the seat over. I'll pop down again. So when they're sitting there, she's looking at the path of the sun between the middle of winter and the path of the sun in the middle of summer. But it's the same path that the planets go. It's the same path that the moon takes. It's the same path the constellations of the zodiac. Anybody involved with astrology would know what the star signs are. That's where you find them. But if you turn around this way there, and there's a girl who discovered that this is the circle of the Southern Cross. And if you put your fingers and thumbs around your face like that while you're here, if you do it, you encompass the whole lot. You've got to be sitting where you sit, right? And when you do that, this is the circle of the Southern Cross. And tonight we see the Southern Cross going round and round and round inside here, just like a great big circle. Before that actually comes to 9. Now, we've got any more labels? One there, dear? Thank you.
Yeah.
Now this one says equinox. It means equal, and it means the days and the nights are the same length, and that goes just on this point here. And that happens on March the 21st and September the 23rd, when daytime is 12 hours long and nighttime is 12 hours long. So that's called the equinox, when the sun actually rises on the equator. Now I've got one called star bar somewhere. Thank you. Right. These are the star bars that are here. That really just holds a circle up. There, it's coming just about into line now.
109.
109. Can you come on out here? What do you got there? Navigator's seat. So glad about that. Would you like to sit on the navigator's seat and look around this other way? We'll just put that down there just for now. What's your name? Noah. Noah. If Noah puts his hand out in that direction, what's that direction? Yes? And if he puts his hand out in that direction, what's that direction? Yes? What's his nose pointing towards? North. What about his ponytail? South. It's pointing south. So we've got Noah compass. Okay, now Noah, I want to show you what's going to happen. You can do at your place. You can do what we're doing here now at your place, right? Now remember, I said there are 2 noons every day, and the noon in Auckland by the sun today is what time? 9 minutes past 1. Righto, Noah, can you sit down just for a moment? Because look what's happened to our line.
It's exactly in line.
Yeah, oh hang on a minute, now come back here again, because here's something really special. If he turns around like that, you notice he's got a line down his tummy.
Oh yeah.
Now, this half of Noah is in the AM, and this half of Noah is in the PM, and his tummy's on noon. Now, at this stage, thanks Noah. Oh, hang on. If on the weekend, what time is it going to be when the sun's right through north? Help him.
109.
109, 9 minutes past 1. Right, come around here, Noah. We're going to pretend you're at your place. And can you stand there looking south? No, down there. Turn around, looking south. This way. Great. Wow. Look at his shadow. It's only a little wee one. Well, near enough. Near enough. Okay, we'll put it between your heels, and that's where your head is. Now, Noah, just stand to one side. Don't touch the stick. Just stand up there to one side. What direction's that way? North. North, and what direction's this way? South. South. Now, Noah, if you stand there and put your fingers and thumbs around your face like that, stand on the stick. It's just getting dark. He's had his dinner. He's going outside, just getting dark. And if you put your fingers and thumbs around your face at your place like this, what do you reckon's inside his hands?
No, Southern
One thing,
Cross.
the Southern Cross. So, no, at the weekend, if you get a stick and stand at your place and put a stick like that, during the daytime, of course, what time during the day? 9 minutes past 1, good on you. And you put that down and make certain none of the family goes and touches that. And you come out at night time and put your hands around like that. You can say to your mum and dad, look, I can show you where the Southern Cross is. And you do that and say, well, the Southern Cross just up there. But here's another thing. This is really the tricky one. Come around this way. Now stand this round this way on the end of your stick. Put your hand out there. What direction's that? East. East. And what is that direction there?
West.
West. Now if he brings his hand across his face like that and touches down just there, what he's just done is along that side to that side, and he brought his hand across like that, and that's the path the sun takes. It's the path the moon takes. It's the path the planets take. It's the path the constellations of the zodiac take. So, going back to Noah's place, when he does this at home, and he puts his hand out like that, before he does that, he'll say to Mum and Dad, I'll show you where Jupiter is. And they say, no, you can't know that. He said, yes, I do, because Mr. Jackson told me. So, what does he do? He puts his hand like that and brings his hand across like that. And if you look out over there, Noah, that's Jupiter. Okay? Because you see, well, it's not there just now, but at night time, that's where you'll find it. And you might find some other planets along that line as well. And you'll find sometimes the moon is along that line as well. So he can use his shadow line to find what astronomy at home. Okay, now Noah, can you come and stand back here again? Do you notice where the sun is now?
It's not exactly in line. It's not exactly in line. What's the time now?
Now, I know, you can sit down again.
It's 1:13.
Because I didn't, sit down. I didn't put the line down there when it was 1:09. But I should have done. And now it is 1:13. It has just passed solar noon. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jackson.
Why do you say that? Yes. It's just gone afternoon. Now, do you know afternoon is something that happens every day? And you've just seen it happen. This is, if you were a sailor in the 18th century, you would have called this forenoon or before noon. And this side you call it afternoon. And this bar is called the noon bar. This is before noon and this is afternoon. So afternoon is something that happens every day. So that's it there now. We've got that line just through there. Well, maybe there might be one or two other people who might like to sort of stand inside here. Come along and just stand along that line. Come on, then, and just stand in line, looking north. Alright. See, the line goes right over the top of your head, you see?
Oh my god.
You can't see it.
It's going down over your tummy.
Whoa!
Honestly.
No! My God!
Alright, you can lead off. Come away. Alright, sign over tummy. Alright, next one. Head back. Something said. There's the line over your tummy. Right, next one. You see that down here? Right, who's the next one? Standing up, head back. There it is. Line down there. Right over the top of his head. Okay, and the last one. Yeah, line over the top of his head. Right, thank you. Sit him down.
What are these?
Well, people, what you can see is Pipehenge is a lot of things. It's a compass, and it's also like a spaceship. And the spaceship idea is this is our windscreen for our spaceship looking out into the solar system. And looking out into the southern sky is back out through there again as well. So as far as the observatory is concerned, there are lots of cards that people can use in order to discover these sort of things. And so people that are coming here, though there's a lot of things to do inside, there's also these other things to do outside as well. But the idea is, what you learn here, you put in your mind and take somewhere else. And that helps you to understand a little bit more about astronomy. Does anybody know what the name of the sun is? What was it called? It was Sol. And anything that's got the word Sol in it, of course, means solar or?
Solar.
Yes, solar power.
Solar noon.
Oh, lots of things. Solar noon. It's got the word sol and it must have something to do with the sun. Now, the interesting point here, can I have that, please? The little Earth Space Simulator, which is this one, does the same thing as Pipehenge. But I can adjust this to any particular location as well, and I can turn it just the same as we can do from this one. So this one really is a tabletop Pipehenge, and it's called an Earth Space Simulator because inside it is a little Earth, and we can turn this to see what happens as the year goes round between the middle of winter and the middle of summer, and we can adjust it to any place on the Earth. So lots of times schools have got these in like little groups of 5 for children to use in the school themselves. Anything more on that?
No, that's good.
No, okay. Well, that's about what I'll finish off with this particular stage.
Yep.
Any particular questions that people have got? Okay. So I think if we'll go back inside now. They might like to go to the toilet to get a drink of water. We're going into the planetarium.
No, I want to stay up here. Yes.
Yes.
Do you want me to help you?
Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Ow.
Spread them out.